Hey, Zach here. Hope you're having a great day. Right now, we're going to go over 4 steps to unlimited prospects. Now, I've seen other videos out there on this topic, but they're not really unlimited prospects. It's really you work your guts out for the rest of your life and you don't stop getting prospects because you're working your guts out for the rest of your life. That sounds horrible to me. I want to give you truly unlimited prospects and, more importantly, show you how to do the work once and get truly unlimited prospects for years and years and years. So the first step of this is don't play the same game. So don't play the game. Okay, what is the game of network marketing? The game of network marketing is, at best, you can get maybe 5, maybe 10 prospects a day. That's probably being incredibly generous because, as you know, the rhetoric is go stalk your friends and family, be a weirdo, and try to get them to do something that, like sell stuff or be on Super Vitamin Juice 5000 or whatever, right? And then once your friends and family run out, well, now we go stalk Facebook. Now we go post random pictures all over the internet. Now we hunt people down in Facebook groups. Now we try to make ourselves look cool on LinkedIn when we really don't even like to do that. Now we're trying to, make stories all day long. Now we're doing all these stupid things that nobody wants to do, or maybe we were even stalking gas stations like I did for 6 years of my life. And when you do all of that, what you're left with is 2 things. Number 1, you are left with the fact that you are working all day, every day, generating prospects, which, as I've talked about before, is not a good use of your time as the CEO of your company. No CEO of a legitimate company is walking around banging on doors trying to get a prospect. They're hiring high schoolers to do that stuff. So we don't want to do that either. Now, most network marketers, like I said, I'm being super generous by saying that they can get 10 prospects a day. Most of them are getting 1 or 2 or 3, and that's if they're being truly consistent. That's another part of this that's really, really stinking hard, is you got to be consistent, which, let's be honest, that's hard. And yes, you can become very disciplined, you can become very consistent, and I would argue that you need to become consistent and disciplined to succeed even with this or at anything. However, you don't need to be consistent and disciplined with something that a robot can do. That's just called dumb. So we're not going to play the same game. We're going to play entirely different games. So the first game is what everyone else is doing. Okay, that's the everyone else is doing game. We're not going to do that. Okay, because we already explained why that sucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to use advertising and we're going to use funnels to get mass quantities of people. All right. So if you're like, well, I've seen stuff online about a funnel, but it's confusing to me, whatever, blah, blah, I'm not a tech person. Listen, you don't have to be a tech person to do this stuff. You just have to become resourceful enough to win. Okay. Now, what if I told you that I could get hundreds of prospects a day easily, without even trying any harder? Because once I build my funnel, all I have to do is scale it. And you know what scaling is? Scaling is pushing a button. That's what scaling is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into step number 2 now. Step number 2 is you are going to create what's called a blue ocean. Okay? Now, in marketing speak, an ocean is where there's a bunch of other people going after the same prospects. If the ocean is red, that means there's blood in the water, and you probably don't want to go there. So what you want to do is carve out a blue ocean. Now, I've talked about this in many videos, but briefly, here's what we're going to speak about. There's 3 primary markets out there in the world. We have wealth, we have health, and we have relationships. What you're going to do is we're obviously in the wealth market here, okay? So the wealth market has a sub-market. That sub-market in the wealth creation market is going to be, let's say, home-based business. And then there's a sub-market within that called MLM. This is where we live, right? Now, what most people in network marketing do is they go and they attack this market. They attack the wealth market. Hey, are you interested in making extra money? Well, sure, but I want nothing to do with stalking my mom. So that's how a lot of people waste their time. So slightly more intelligent marketers will go for the home-based business market. Some other people might choose to go for the MLM market itself, and so on and so forth. But what we actually want to do is carve out a sub-market of the sub-market. So here's what I want to do. I want to actually go after home-based business people that are interested in home-based business, but they're also interested in something else that carves out a niche for me. So as an example, let's say I'm going to go after this, military people that are also interested in home-based business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a niche for myself of I'm only going to target active or former military that are also interested in home-based business. What that does for me is that it eliminates basically all of my competition that's outside of that. Why? Because to that target, I am the authority now because I'm very specific to them. To everyone else, I am polarizing. They're not going to want to talk to me. That's a good thing for marketing. You don't want to attract everyone. I did a video on this like 2 or 3 days ago, or 2 or 3 videos ago. You can go back and look at that about creating this blue ocean or this niche. This is very important. You cannot appeal to everyone. You cannot. If you do, you will waste tons of money marketing. And if you're not spending money on marketing, you're going to waste tons of time marketing and you'll never grow, which is ultimately being a huge opportunity cost because you never grow. So we need to create a blue ocean. So what you need to do, and what I would recommend doing, is your first thing should be home-based business. So your first part of your target is someone that's already expressed interest in home-based business by their actions online. So they've liked pages, they've searched for videos, they've watched videos, they've put search terms into Google. All this stuff is very simple, by the way. Don't overcomplicate it right now. The point is, just understand that your first place should probably be home-based business. Then you want to overlay or double target something like military or dog moms or, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. You overlay that, you create a blue ocean, all right? 3 is you need to create an offer that people feel dumb saying no to, all right? Now, again, I've gone over this in many videos before, just putting all this together for you here. But an offer is not just your MLM company, okay? That's not just your offer. So an offer is your MLM plus something. Now, it can't just be plus you. I know what most people say, well, my people get me and I'm special. Listen, that's great. You are probably very special. But your prospects, especially those that are out there on the internet, like they don't see me or you as like that special, okay? No offense, but they don't. And that's okay because you think the same way about others. So we have to put ourselves in other people's shoes and then create our marketing based on that knowledge. So what I need to do is my MLM is part of the offer. It's part of it. The other thing is going to be called a system of growth. When I encompass these things together, that is the offer. Now, the system of growth is going to be the system that people follow to get results in your business. And it can't be something dumb, right? It can't be go stalk friends. It can't be, post and pray. It can't be stock. It can't be any of that stuff. It has to be a true system of growth, which, hey, hint, hint, you can actually do this, what I'm showing you for your system of growth, and people think it's sexy. Number 2, you brand it towards your blue ocean. So, for example, you say, how to make a 7-figure business from your home as a veteran, right? So maybe you name something along those lines, right? You name it something close to military. You brand it for military. You brand it for dog moms or whatever. Now, both of those examples I've just given you, those are being heavily targeted right now. That's why I'm using them. Both of those are clients of ours. So I wouldn't probably go after military home-based business stuff. That's just an example I'm giving you. You get the point, all right? But the point is, you do that. You create an offer around that and you make it so good that people feel dumb saying no to it. When you do that, people actually want to join your business. You don't have to convince them to join your business. That is one of the big, in fact, if you can just take this video in, I'm telling you, you are going to have the easiest time growing your business comparatively to what you're probably been told to do up to this point. An MLM by itself is not a good offer. Why? Because there's so much competition nowadays that even if you got someone into your MLM business by convincing them that it was a good idea, well, they're going to go home tonight, they're going to watch YouTube, and they're going to see ads for all these other things. How to build a Shopify store, build an Amazon store, be a coach, be a consultant, whatever the case might be. They're going to go and see all of those things that they could be doing. They're not going to want to sell Super Vitamin Juice 5000 to their grandma. Okay, we get it. Build your offer. And the last thing is learn to run ads. Now, yes, you can run ads on Facebook. You can run ads on YouTube. You can do these. You just have to understand how to do it right. Here's how you do it right. Number 1, you never promote the MLM itself, okay? First thing is you're going to get in trouble with your own company with the compliance. Pretty much guaranteed. Number 2, you are going to get shut down by these ad networks because they don't want to see those ads either. So what do? Well, you run ads for something that is self-branded to yourself, okay? Number 2, you are going to understand the ad guidelines like the back of your hand. So you can very easily search, Facebook ad guidelines, and boom, there it is. And it tells you exactly what you can and cannot do. All you have to do is read those things, understand what it's saying, and just follow the rules. Same with Google, same with everyone. You're not doing some black hat strategies, okay? You're not trying to circumvent the system. If you do that, they will catch you eventually. And so if you do build a business and then it all shuts down on you, well, that kind of sucks. So you don't want to do that. This is not black hat stuff. You're not trying to circumvent anything. You're not trying to underplay anything or undercut or anything like this. You are just simply following the rules, okay? And when you do it the way I'm telling you, the MLMs can't get mad at you because you're running an ad to something about you, something about yourself, your blue ocean. You are running an ad to something along the lines of, the military thing I brought up, okay? You're running an ad to your branded self. You're not running ads to your network marketing company. So your MLM company can't get mad. Now, I've gone over videos about this as to why this works and all these different things. I'm not going to go over that right now. The bottom line is, if you do this, there is virtually no company out there that has any sort of things in their contract that you're going to break. I've seen one in my whole entire life. I saw it maybe 6 months ago for the first time. It's a terrible company. I would never join it my entire life, and I've only ever heard of one person being in it. Now, I know there's obviously more than that, clearly, but we have hundreds of companies represented in our clientele base at Rebels, and I've only seen one person ever come through our prospect base in this company, so I doubt that you're in it. Other than that, if you follow the instructions that I'm giving you and in other videos and in our programs and stuff like that, you should be fine. So number one, don't play the same game. Don't play the same game. What I would personally recommend doing is just stop playing the game now. Okay, if you've got a big team, if you're a top earner, you might need to play the game over here to keep your income alive while you go build this over here. That's fine. But as soon as you can, stop playing the game. If you're playing the game for edification that you're getting, don't play it. Number two, find your blue ocean. 3, create an offer that feels dumb to say no to. And 4, learn how to run ads. Now, here's what I want to tell you. Don't play the same game. That is very simple. You just stop playing it. Learning how to run ads, this is tactical information, okay? Now, do you have to do it correctly? Yes, you do. And you need to, okay? You don't want to get shut down, whatever. But these two right here, the blue ocean and the offer, they're the most important steps by far. You can't rush through this. What I've found with people in our program, before we realized where people would get stuck, and this is I'm going back a couple of years. So when our program first launched, I didn't quite realize how fast people would try to blow through these two things. Now, when you join one of our programs, we say, hey, you need to figure this out and figure out correctly, or don't proceed. Because these are the two most important things, or two of the most important things you need to figure out. So don't rush through the blue ocean. Don't rush through the offer. If you have a good blue ocean and you have a great offer, you can honestly get away with screwing up a lot of other stuff. You can have a stupid funnel. Your ads can actually kind of suck, and you can do some goofy things to get your message out there. But if your blue ocean is solid and your offer is solid, you'll have a really pretty easy time doing the business, getting progress through it. But if you have a bad blue ocean and a bad offer, man, you could be the biggest ad ninja in the world, and you're gonna have a really hard time. Cool, it's making sense? All right, so these are the 4 steps to truly limited prospects. You get hundreds or thousands a day. Lastly, I'll tell you this, once you launch this, if this is working, our core funnel that runs our business, we built that thing 3 to 3.5 years ago. I haven't had to deal with it since then. And it's still bringing us truly unlimited prospects every single day. And I've spent virtually no time on it outside of small optimizations. So hopefully this makes sense. Go down below if this made sense to you and you liked videos like this. It lets me know to make more like the video. Leave a comment. With that, appreciate you watching here today. We'll see you in the next video.